How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how we turn rusty verdigris and discolor metal back to its original look. You can see a little bit of the bright shiny gold color here inside these beads. That's the color we're aiming for. Not all of the metal on this particular fixture are the same, so I'm only going to pickle the metal that really needs it. One thing to note is that this pickle process is not to clean, but to rather strip the top layer off of the metal. Before you do this, it's best if you make sure that what you're trying to pickle is clean and free of filth. If you are going to attempt this yourself, you need to do it in a well-ventilated area with the proper protection. Probably the most important part of this process is to use hot water, as that activates the chemicals. Not too hot, as that can damage the metal depending on how brittle it is, and in the case of cleaning anything with glass or crystal attached like I am here, you don't want it to shatter. To this water, I'm adding hydrogen peroxide. We use a higher percentage, but over-the-counter peroxide does the trick. You'll just need to add more than I do. Adding to this is sodium bisulfate, which is commonly used in pools to reduce the pH levels. My recommendation is to start out with a smaller blend. It's always easy to add more. In the other container of water, I'm adding baking soda. This will act as an inhibitor and stop the reaction happening to the metal. When placing your items into the solution, gently put them in as to not splash the acid onto yourself. Here you can see the metal chemically reacting with the acid. It's very easy to go overboard and strip away too much metal, so take your time with this. So next, put it into your baking soda solution. You also want to grab a clean rinse bucket with just water to remove the baking soda. Make sure that the temperature is the same as to not create any temperature difference that may harm whatever you're cleaning. These results are stunning. It looks like I'm just holding a pile of gold. After a couple of batches, you'll want to add in a little bit more of the sodium bisulfate, as the solution does get weaker over time. We're going to use this almond drop and bead combo as an example in a before and after. Here's a good close-up of all the metal off-gassing and reacting. So no movie magic here, straight out of the acid right into the baking soda solution. A wash off in the water. And the results just speak for themselves. Here's a final look at how all the crystals turned out weeks later. You can see none of them have blushed. They're all consistent color. They're not going back to their awful colors. They're not going back to being rusty or verdigris. They look exactly the same weeks and months later. These pieces all came off of one fixture. I've completely taken apart, restored the fixture, and put it back together, and if you'd like to see that, please come back as I will have a full video demonstrating that full teardown. It took several months, but it was well worth the results. If you enjoyed this, go to our website. We have an entire gallery of our past projects. We also worked on the set of the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie and have exclusive behind-the-scene photos that have never been seen. If any of that sounds interesting to you, there's a link in the description. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.